Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video, and it's time once again to take a look at some first reviews, and this time we're kind of doing a double feature here, because we are here to do Mafia Definitive Edition and Serious Sam 4. Now both of them got reviews pretty much around the same time. I know IGN posted their reviews for both of them. I didn't see them. I was on IGN's YouTube, I saw their reviews. I didn't watch them, so I have no idea what they thought. I'm going into this completely blind. Who knows, maybe I'm recording this and I find out that only IGN has posted their reviews for both of those games. I have no idea, but Mafia comes out tomorrow. I'm very excited about that game. Serious Sam 4 I'm very excited about, but I'm probably gonna wait until it comes to consoles next year, because I don't want to play it on Stadia, and I don't want to buy it on Stadia. That's for damn sure. Like if there was like a demo or you could just play it for free through Stadia, that would have been really cool, but. Because Stadia is a monthly thing. You think like they give you some free stuff. They do, just not Serious Sam 4, which makes sense. I understand. It's a new game. Why would they do that? But anyway, let's get to it. I'm gonna guess Mafia. All right. Just from the way the game looks, I'm sure the story's gonna be great, like it was originally, and like every Mafia game has had a great story so far. I think they're gonna not care for the gameplay. I'm gonna say low 70s. I'm going to say 73. I'm going to say 73 for that. Serious Sam 4, I have a feeling will be fine. I think it'll probably be like 77, if there even is enough reviews for Serious Sam 4. Let's find out. All right, 73 and 77. Let's go. 77. Okay, 77. I was about to say I was looking at Fargo. I'm like, wait, 7. All right, 77. That's pretty good. All right, that's pretty good. That's way better than I thought. Okay, that's good. All right. Are in for the story. Look, I knew it. A remake of the classic 2002 mobster epic rebuilt from the ground up. Early critics are in for the story. Okay, that's what I figured. No Serious Sam stuff, but let's see what Serious Sam has if it's here. 73. Wait. Did I said 70. What did I say again for Serious Sam? Did I get the... I think I got the scores flipped. I think I said 76 for Serious Sam, right? Or did I say 77? Did I get the scores completely flipped? There's a 78 for Mafia right now. You know what? Let's take a look at Mafia first. Let's do the good old Mafia. Two old franchises duking it out right now. 78 right now. So, all right. I already forgot what I said for each one. All right, so let's see. All right, 9 out of 10 for PC games. Of course, it cannot keep up with modern open world genre representatives of the caliber of a GTA or a Watch Dogs. In terms of scope, I don't know why Watch Dogs was thrown in there. I guess Watch Dogs 2 had a pretty big world. I guess both of them probably had a big world, but I don't know. In terms of scope and gaming activities, yeah, okay, there was a lot of activities. All right, fine. But it doesn't even want that. Mafia wants to tell a story about family, friendship, morals, and tragedy, and the game does this very well. All right, cool. Powerful characters, nuanced storytelling, and stunning visuals makes Mafia Definitive Edition one of the best story-driven games of the year. Yes! I want a good story right now. I'm not getting the mood for a good ass story. I've been playing Detroit Become Human, which has a great story. So far, I'm really, really, really enthralled, and I want another one. Like I want seconds. Destructoid, they said, 9 out of 10. All this time, the first Mafia was the best of the trio. Yeah, it just took a phenomenal effort from Hangar 13 to do it justice. With Mafia Definitive Edition, this feels like the rare, necessary remake that elevates and builds upon the original. It's truly an offer you can't refuse, and it's $40. $40. No $70 here. Not 60, not even fucking 50. $40. 40. Alright, IGN gave it an 8. Okay. Completely rebuilt from the ground up, Mafia Definitive Edition features excellent performances from its new cast. Yeah, because it has a completely different cast. A fantastic driving model and a beautiful... Oh, really? Okay, so Mafia 1 and 2 and 3, but all three of them had pretty good driving from what I remember. I think some people didn't care for Mafia 2's, but I think a lot of people also gave Mafia 2 huge credit compared to GTA 4 at the time, because Mafia 2 had better driving controls, I think. I remember people saying, like, Mafia 2 has better driving controls. That's it, compared to GTA 4. That's the only thing we could say that's better. Features excellent performance. Okay. It's hobbled slightly by its fairly vanilla third-person combat. I knew it. And it arguably wastes the potential of its entirely overhauled world by not crafting a few new ways to utilize it more. Yeah, because the original game was open world technically, but not really. It was like there wasn't much to do in the world. I think there might have been like a couple of little things you can explore and find, but I don't really remember really exploring the world that much. And it arguably wastes the potential of its overhauled world by not crafting a few new ways to utilize more of it. But it's still a successful rejuvenation of the best story in the series to date, and one that can now stand beside 2016's Mafia 3 as an equal rather than a quaint but crustiness. I guess, did IGN like Mafia 3? That's what it sounds like. I mean, Mafia 3's story is great, so maybe, yeah, that's what it's talking about. Mafia 2's story is great, too. All the Mafia games so far have freaking nailed it. Let's go to the lowest score here, okay, which is a 57. The remake stays true to the original, but storytelling and mechanics feel terribly outdated. Okay, giving you the impression that this is more of a remaster, not reaching its full potential. Really? I mean, did they play the original? Because, like, the gameplay of Mafia 1 is like more like a hitman kind of perspective, where it's like in the middle of your character and it's like a little above your character, and at least that's what I remember. It's not like a third person. This is third person combat, so it's not even, it doesn't even look like it. I mean, I guess it's shooting, but I guess I kind of understand what they mean. GameSpot gave it a 6. There's no denying that Mafia Definitive Edition is a stunning remake when you consider everything that was done to reintroduce the 18-year-old game to a new audience. The changes made to the story, both on the page as it fleshes out more of the cast and in the performance booth, enhance what was already a captivating story, while the revamped visuals breathe new life into the city of Lost Heaven. Unfortunately, the rest of the game falters when you're the one in control. The archaic and repetitive combat hasn't evolved since Mafia 2 was released in 2010, and the years since that have dated even more. Mafia Definitive Edition might be an improvement on the original game, but its modernization stops short of the mark, resulting in an uneven game that squanders its enticing potential. Okay. So, that's what I figured. Most people are not going to like the gameplay. Alright, so, that's Mafia. I think I read enough reviews. So, alright. There you go. 26 reviews. Let's see if there's any differences right now. No. Okay, let's go to PS4. Let's see where that is. 70. Okay, so that was the 77 that they show on the front page. How about Xbox? Ooh! A little bit better on Xbox right now. That's because it has less reviews. But let's see. Oh, Steve Viver. I always have a hard time reading, period, but for a video, I don't really read out loud that much unless it's a video. Mafia Definitive Edition is an excellent return to a genre largely forgotten this generation. It has some technical foibles. I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that word spelled out. But still delivers a compelling narrative with strong characters, diverse missions, and a sturdy linear structure bolstered by a backseat open world. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I want to explore this world. I wish they did more. I mean, it's $40 game. I can't. It's $40. Again, it's $40. All right. I think that's enough. Let's go see my boy Sam. What's going on with Sam? Go on. Look at those Hades reviews. By the way, I'm playing Hades right now. Oh, so good. Wow, there's actually more reviews. You know what? Screw PC. I want to see Stadia. Alright. I'm just kidding. I know there's some people out there that love Stadia. It's just fine. You can love wherever you want. I don't give a shit. I guess let's see. Should we see the worst reviews first? Yeah, let's change up. Let's go check out the weakest reviews. Okay. Let's go Windows Central. Serious Sam 4 fails to capture the spirit of older games and somehow manages to feel like a step back for the series. While there is a Serious Sam game here, it's wrapped in a shell marred by consistent visual and audio glitches, ugly graphics, and some seriously dated game design. Yeah, the graphics, every time I see it, I actually watched some gameplay yesterday. They uploaded like the first 13 minutes. I didn't do a reaction, I just watched it. And I was like, the beginning looks awesome when you're just shooting like thousands of enemies. I was like, yo, that looks awesome, that looks fun. And then you go and play the regular mission and you see like the cutscenes and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, oh shit. Alright, let's see the gamer. No, that's for the gamer. Rushed is basically the best way to sum up Serious Sam 4, in development for around 8 years. Are you kidding me? It's been in development for 8 years? I mean, I know it's been about 8 years since the last game, but Jesus. I imagine the current global pandemic played a big role in how scattershot everything is. At its core, I just don't understand that. If it's been in development for 8 years, I mean, the virus has been gone for a few months, but like, there's no way in hell that's the one culprit, right? At its core, the weapon feel and early level designs aren't bad. There's a solid game buried under these weird choices, but Crow Team seems to have shoved it out the door with low finesse. That sucks, because Crow Team is usually really good. Like, they made that Talos Principle game, which is great, and they made, of course, all the other Serious Sam games, which I love all of them. I know people didn't care for Serious Sam 2. I loved it on consoles, at least. I don't know about PC. I'm assuming it's worse on the consoles, but I loved it. And I really liked the third game. I really did, even though when I played it, my PC sucked. So I had to play it on the lowest settings. By the time it came to Xbox 360, I got it, and I was like, all right, yeah, it's good. They're fun games. I mean, they're in the same vein of stuff like Doom and Shadow Warrior and stuff like that. This one's way more about the hordes, so it's more like a Painkiller, which I loved Painkiller also back in the day. But it has more of the smarmy attitude, like a Shadow Warrior, I guess. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, by the way, Doom Eternal coming to Game Pass next week. Get hyped. October 1st. Get hyped. Is that... How many days are in September? 30, right? Yeah, next week. Right? There's only 30. I don't remember. Anyway, let's see. We got this covered. Serious Sam 4 doesn't deviate from the other entries in the mainline series, and that's perfectly okay. The fourth installment looks and handles perfectly, though some players may succumb to the repetition before the campaign concludes. That said, it's still an absolute blast to play, and it should keep fans busy for quite some time. Does that mean there's multiplayer in this? The way they said that made it seem like... wasn't there multiplayer in the last Serious Sam game, or am I crazy? I never... If there's multiplayer in Serious Sam, I don't think I ever played multiplayer. I think there might have been split screen. Does that sound right? I don't know. The shooting bars from the modern classics like Doom while retaining the unique battles that give the series its cult classic status, and the narrative mostly succeeds when it remains over the top and completely carefree. Okay, that's good enough. Serious Sam 4 learns from what didn't work in Serious Sam 3 and should be on the radar of not just series fans, but for anyone who enjoys a good, well-made FPS. Let's see the highest review, GameSpew, or GameSpace. They both have GS. Let's do GameSpew. Is Serious Sam 4 the best game in the series yet? Quite possibly. I still prefer the Egyptian setting of Serious Sam: The First Encounter. Me too. But the action found in Serious Sam 4 is unrivaled. Trudging through city streets in the early hours of the game can be uninspiring at times, but it's never dull, and once Serious Sam 4 opens up, it becomes an absolute riot on a scale never before witnessed. In fact, Serious Sam 4 is the first game to give me some next-gen feels. Because there's a lot of enemies on the screen at once. If you like blasting hordes of aliens in the face while listening to witty one-liners, this is an absolute must-have. Alright. If you're in the market for a fun first-person shooter, I wholeheartedly recommend Serious Sam 4. It has its flaws and might not be the best shooter of the year, but it is still 100% well worth a playthrough. Okay, so 73 is pretty good. I mean, 73, around the high 70s, low 80s is what I expect for a Serious Sam game. This one still is to a lesser degree, but whatever. I'm really upset they got rid of the subtitle, because the game was going to be called Serious Sam 4 Planet Badass, which is an awesome subtitle. They didn't call it that. Even the other three games had subtitles. The first one was The First Encounter, Second Encounter, then you had, actually, is that true? No, Serious Sam 2 was just called Serious Sam 2, right? Wait, there was a Second Encounter. Was that not... I'm chronologically confused. Anyway, there you go. That, you know what? No, we have to go to OpenCritic just real quick. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, get rid of that. Alright, we gotta go to OpenCritic, right? We gotta... Alright, let's see what OpenCritic has for us. 80 for Mafia, 71 for Serious Sam 4, but 93 for Hades. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And 57 for Tennis World Tour 2. Oh no, not Tennis World 2 World Tour, whatever it's called. Alright, so let's look at Mafia just real quick, see how many reviews. 34. Okay, so it combines them all. IGN Game Informer gave it a 5.5. Whoa. Faithful almost to a fault. Hangar 13's remake puts a glossy finish on a title that is fundamentally musty by contemporary standards. Alright, we don't need to read too many more reviews from there. Support them on Patreon, by the way. Series M4, 27 reviews. Okay, that's less than on Metacritic, right? Didn't they have 29? 71. Wow, IGN didn't care for it. Series M4 still has the spectacle of hundreds of enemies bearing down on you, but its long stretches of run and gun shooting quickly become monotonous. Yeah. Alright, so just real quick, we looked at Open Critic for both of them. By the way, there you go, that's it. Those are the two games I'm doing first reviews for. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. Till next time. Goodbye. Oh, God, I'm a fucking idiot.